Hello everybody, I'm Cantonese Cat. Hey everybody, Cantonese Cat here. It's been quite a brutal week in terms of miners, and actually stocks in general has been pretty brutal, especially if you're into small caps. It's been a pretty rough day today, especially after the CPI and the PPI data have not been favorable. I think these data from the government are kind of crappy anyway. I think the stocks are going to do what they're going to do anyway, and they're just trying to find an excuse to kind of carry through what they're going to do anyway. But regardless, this is a monthly chart of Bitfarms. Just going to give you a quick update. Since the last few days or so, the month of March candles right here is getting a little bit more bearish and golfing. You still have 2 more weeks of price action to come, but so far it's a little bit of a bearish and golfing candle here. It's not great, but you have 2 more weeks, so we'll see what happens. If you're looking at the some of the indicators that I've been kind of showing you, you have the Kijun here and the Tenkan here. They still look like they could cross sometime next month. I mean, obviously, if the price keeps going down further, it might delay the cross by about a month or two, but it still looks like it could cross over and have a bullish cross next month. Ideally, when I see this bullish cross, I like to see the price getting above of it, because right now, even though Tenkan has been raising, it was initially a resistance here, turned to support, became resistance here a little bit, turned to support here a little bit, and now it's kind of getting a little bit below it, so it's not consistently serving as support as I hope it would be. I really would like to over this month or over the next couple of months or so to really be able to get back above the Tenkan and use that as a launching pad, as use support to kind of push price up higher. And I think once we're able to really convincingly flip the Tenkan back from this a little bit like a resistance here back into support, I really would like to see that happen because that could serve as a launching pad, and we'd like to get above all of these volume shelves right here, which has been difficult to do. We spent about months number 1, 2, and 3 trying to get above this volume shelf, and so far I've been kind of failing to do that. But the more we try to, spend energy and time try to get above it, the weaker this volume shelf resistance is going to be. And once we're able to break back above, and I think it's maybe take another month or two to try to do that. Once we're able to break back above this volume shelf, and you're talking about price would have to be above around 3.6, 3.7 or so. Once it's able to get through that, I think the next level we're looking at, and again, I just keep saying this, the next level is going to be $5. And once that happens, it can be pretty quick, and it's going to be a little bit over double from here. Unfortunately, price has just been going sideways over the last few months, but that's okay. The buying volume is still quite high. The sell volume so far is still less than the buy volume, so I still think that overall there's still greater greater demand than supply. But unfortunately, it's just that there's so much price action that happened here, especially over here, all these wicks right here. There's a lot of price action that's happened here. It's just going to take a little bit longer for you to be able to break back up off of it. Now, get rid of the Ichimoku clouds. Look at Bollinger Bands. Price did kind of get a little bit too fast last month and slam all the way back down into the Bollinger Band. And so far, price also early in the month tried to get back above the upper Bollinger Band, but is unable to do so. It kind of just fell down to get back inside of the Bollinger Band here. But it is still expanding, even though it's not fully expanded. It's not as impulsive as I like the price action to be. The Bollinger Band is still expanding, and I think over time it's going to allow price to kind of keep going up a little bit higher. I do want to see, once price breaks above this volume shelf here, I do want to see more impulsive price action, maybe over the next couple of months, 3-4 months potentially. Once it gets back up here to $5, I do see the Bollinger Band getting expanded, and I do see that with Bollinger Band expansion, price could go up higher. And as price goes up higher, Bollinger Band expands. So that's kind of the ball that I would like to see getting rolling here. Now, looking at the weekly chart here, even though price has gone pretty bad over the last 4 weeks, you can see that the volume is actually kind of a little bit decreasing now. Today's only Thursday, we still have Friday, and the volume could pick up a little bit more. but I can still see that this downtrend right here is still a little bit on declining volume, whereas the buy volume over here, as the breakout, is still a lot higher than the sell volume that we've had so far. And right now, I can see that, it's kind of broken below this volume shuffle. Originally, I was hoping around like 2.35 can hold. It's kind of broken below that volume shelf here a little bit. So price could potentially go to like 2.1. I think it's possible. And even if it goes to 2.1, I think compared to this low over here, it's still going to be a higher low. And price has still been making a little bit of a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and it could potentially make a higher low, even if it end up testing this big volume shelf right here, which I think is going to be relatively, pretty strong support right down here. Now, the other thing is it's still showing a weekly bull trend. It is still, if you look at all the moving averages, it's still showing a weekly bull trend, even though price did kind of bounce below this 20-week moving average down here. It's not an all be all. I think price can go above and go below. And it doesn't, if it's just for about a week, you usually need confirmation. It's not the end all be all. The more important part is that the slope right now for the 20-week moving average is sloping up, so it's going to serve as a better support than as a resistance. If price breaks below, there's a good chance that it's just going to fall right back above again. And if it doesn't, if it keeps on going down, there's plenty of support down here on the volume shelf, plenty of price history here. And if it does end up going down, you still have plenty of support levels down here. The biggest thing is that I would really like us upside-wise to break about 3.6, 3.7 to get higher. And with this bull trend, right now we have 20-week moving average, over 50-week moving average, over 100-week moving average. This is still a bull trend. So when I see a bull trend with higher highs and higher lows, I'm going to have a bullish bias. No matter what price is going down here, as price goes down, I actually think the risk level is actually less. So this is actually not a bad thing as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you look at the Ichimoku cloud, it's kind of broken below the Tenkan and Kijun. Tenkan is by red here. Kijun is by blue right here. Price kind of broke below that, so it's not going to be a very good support. Initially last week you were able to see the Kijun was kind of serving as support. The week before that, Tenkan was kind of serving as support, but price kept on breaking below. It's trying to find support underneath right here, which right now I think it could just be dipping below that, and it could end up closing the week above the volume shelf again around 2.33. But if it ends up going down further, because who knows what's going to happen, it ends up going down further, the next level is going to be around 2.1. You still got plenty of support down, so I'm not that worried. And again, the lower it goes, the better the risk reward ratio is to me, because I still think we're early in this bull trend. Those are the key indicators I usually show. Now, some of the things that I also want to show here is the Fibonacci levels. What has price been doing in terms of Fibonacci overall from the top to the bottom of the cycle, rejected from the 0.382, and looks like it wanted to go back and test the 0.236, but unfortunately is not able to find that as support, so price kept going down. Now it's getting back to this level that was tested here and here and here, and we're trying to use that as a potential launching pad. Once we're able to find good volume support here for price to continue to go upwards. Now, those are some of the levels that I just kind of showed you that I'm keeping on watching. I just bought more today because I do feel that the risk reward ratio, as it goes down here, it keeps getting better and better. At some point after it, if we end up, and I'm never going to be 100% right, I can be completely wrong with this whole thing, right? Bitfarm can completely crash and go back down to some of these lower levels here, 1.5, 1.3. Who knows, right? I cannot be 100% right all the time. I'm going to get things wrong, and when I'm wrong, I suffer together with you if you end up being in the stock together. This is not advice. I'm just telling you what to do. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But right now, I see price trying to find some of these supports right here and try to break above this volume shelf as it keeps on finding these higher highs and higher lows. And as the weekly bull trend is still quite strong, and even the 20-month moving average is still pointing up. So all of this is telling me that this is still a bull trend. Once price breaks above this volume shelf, I'm done buying. I'm just going to see how it goes. I don't care if it goes up to 5 and gets back down here and retest 3.6. I'm done buying once it gets above this volume shelf, and that's just what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna keep riding this probably for about 12 to 18 months and see where it takes me, and it will go from there. All right, I'm Cantonese Cat. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.